Well, here we are, looking at our healing arts room that we have set up, made to look like Panama, right down to Croton plants and Panama flag. These are actually going to get planted in this newly cleaned tower garden. The stuff we had growing while we were gone for over a month because we just loved it so much we didn't come back. Well, that stuff died and we cleaned it out. Here's our latest new treasure. Found that over, believe it or not, with the Croton plants, a dragonfly, which is an important spiritual symbol for my family, especially on my sister's branch of the family, and also my dear friend Sue. But anyways, those kind of dragonflies are all over our land at Corazon de Oro. This painting over here, my son Justin made in the 6th grade, every single creature in it, from the parrot to the gecko lizard, to the palm and banana trees, to the little monkey and the little yellow gato cat, which the neighbors have, la vecinos, la familia, antes de Corazon de Oro. There's a little owl in it. Every single thing in this, including the parrot, we will have on our land. We have seen those there. Actually, in fairness, we didn't see the monkey there. We saw the monkey down the road. But there are monkeys. So we have on our computer, and it's broadcasting to a little TV down here, a weather simulator of Corazon de Oro, Puerto Armeulles. We have photos of Corazon beachfront that are plugged into an app called Yo Window. You can see the computers over here, and it's just the simulator. It takes the sky and it simulates the weather. A lot of times we change it to make it rain. So this is a pretty big deal. We've set up this whole downstairs to look like kind of our Panama sanctuary. My pillow's falling out of the hammock. I've discovered you can actually use a pillow in a hammock. So this hammock just went up today. And I will admit, on the first try, with that hole right there, seemed really great. I went down. Boom. Try again. So we've got hooks on either side here into bona fide studs, not just partially into studs, but really into studs. And I've been hanging out in the hammock for a while. So this is all set up. We've got an infrared sauna, which actually I'm going to turn on because it warms up the room and makes it more like Panama. And it has color therapy, chromotherapy lights, which I'm going to turn on. It has an automatic feature, which will make it cycle through the colors. And we can control the brightness. We can either go through the colors manually, like this, or we can set it on automatic and just let it do its thing. It's usually what we do. Lower it down a little. Snickers really satisfies. Somebody laughed at me when I told them that our mission was grow strong with wellness. And they said, what about the Snickers bar? And I said, man, peanuts, carbs, fat, protein. Complete meal when camping or basement camping. So there's our weather simulator. There's our infrared sauna with the color therapy lights running. It's awesome. You can hang out in there. Infrared, so it means like not hot heat. Speaking of, though, not humid. We thought we hated humidity till we were in Panama, and now we can't get enough. Since we came back, we're running a humidifier with some essential oils in it. And we've got a lot of our really important spiritual treasures back here, especially ones that have to do with it being time for Janine to retire and for both of us to get on with our soul's plan together, which is doing a lot of travel and healing of ourselves and others. There's the retirement angel that Paul gave me in July when I discovered I could retire a year earlier than I ever imagined and several years earlier than I expected. There's archangels Raphael and Michael, very important. Prayed to them when Paul came into my life. St. Francis of Assisi, very important to both of us. Really nice Himalayan salt lamp that Paul got me as a gift, a deionizer. This was a gift from my mom. She's a doll made by an artist called Mary Engelbright, and she says, snap out of it anytime we get ourselves in a funk. That's a good phrase. This is a Tibetan healing gong that Paul has, and the swans are the symbol that my parents had and that I had for wanting a life partner and soulmate that was for life, the way that swans mate. And didn't know if I could ever have it, but I sure hoped, and didn't find it until Paul came into my life. So there we go. Probably time to turn on the grow lights. It's gonna be bright. Cover your eyes. Oh my. So with the grow lights on, the room is very bright, but you can see really nicely the colors of the tropical plants. And actually, I don't know, who knows, maybe you can see them better. We also have a really nice, it's a wood-framed trifold screen that we can put in front of the tower garden. We just never do because the lights are so therapeutic, because they're nearly full spectrum lighting, and so it simulates daylight even though it's not 100%. Dearest Valerie, the beautiful, beautiful dove painting has found a beautiful home above the healing chimes bell mobile that was one of the first healing items of Paul's I ever saw, the first time he ever did Reiki on me in New Milford. And your painting is hanging directly above that, and that's hanging directly above our simulation of the very, very healing beach where we're going to be living soon. And next to our tree of life and our actual painting that my son did in the 6th grade of the circle of life that we're going to be living in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we adore the painting. We've known its location for quite some time. It took us a while to put it back, to put it up where we knew it was going, and we finally divined a way to do this, and it just looks stunning. So we're real happy. And we've got a bathroom there. We usually keep this closed. Looking back on out to I love having the hammock up. It's just as of today, so that's been a dream since we came home from Panama, and I just didn't get to it sooner. So if you look around, that's the room. We've got a little mini trampoline here that I use for exercise. Got a printer, a lot of healing things. We've been sleeping down here. This is the most consistent temperature. One of the things we're struggling with since back is Panama had very consistent temperatures. It's within, like, I don't know, 5-6 degrees of that. It goes between maybe 75 and 82, or 76 and 83, whatever. It's very little temperature variance, whereas here in Colorado's unbelievably, really, really hard and difficult temperature variance. So these fellows are going to get the soil washed off the roots, and they'll be planted in various ports in the tower, and then we'll be growing salad greens amidst them. These are not edibles, they're just ornamentals. So that's the scoop. I'm getting in a mocha. Let's see what happens here. In I go. Just my pillow. Oh, look. I have a Snickers bar.